From the studios in Bentonville, Arkansas, you're listening to 8th & Walton's Retail Supplier Podcast. Each week, we discuss the issues facing Walmart suppliers and bring you solutions from industry experts. Visit us online at 8thandwalton.com if you have questions about today's podcast. And now your host, Jared Davis.
Thank you so much for tuning into our podcast today. We're putting out this mini podcast this week because, well, if you follow 8th & Walton on social media, you may have seen us talking about how important the next couple of weeks are for Walmart suppliers. It's time to submit the fourth quarter supplier closing template to Walmart. And Terry Clear, our Director of Replenishment and Sales Insights, he did a great video about this that we put online. But there's so much more critical information for Walmart suppliers to consider that we didn't have time for in the video that I asked him to be on the podcast today to go a little more in depth on the importance of submitting this to Walmart and all the things that suppliers need to consider. So, Terry, great to have you here, sir. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Okay, well, it is that time of year again for the suppliers to enter their Q4 supplier closing information. And this is critical for suppliers to do so that they let Walmart know those days that they may be not performing regular business functions. And that includes a couple of different things. So we can talk about office or administrative type functions where days that I receive purchase orders or days that I do the internal office work. The other is what days may my warehouse not be shipping over the holidays. So we have to consider both of those when entering information for the supplier closing template. Now that template is only available for a 2-week window, August 7th through the 18th. And that is to say, what days will we need to make some adjustments to our regular operating schedule for Walmart's fourth quarter, which is November, December, and January. There are essentially two different ways to manage this. One is I'm just simply going to close the ordering for a week. I'm just not going to get purchase orders that week. The other way is to adjust the day of week that I'm going to get the order. For example, I typically get my orders on Monday, but this year Christmas is on Monday. So I don't want to not get purchase orders, but for that week, I'm just going to shift my order day from Monday to Tuesday. So I will get my orders on Tuesday, December 26th. But the other consideration is, what about my shipping dock? So Thanksgiving is a great example of this. Many suppliers get a purchase order on Monday and they ship on Thursday. Well, Jared, I hear that Thanksgiving is on Thursday this year, and some facilities may not be shipping on Thursday. So now the question is, do I want to simply close my receiving window to where I'm not going to get purchase orders that Monday before Thanksgiving, so I won't have anything to ship that week? Or do I want to move my PO date from Monday to Tuesday because my warehouse is going to be back working Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and they'll ship then? These are all considerations for a supplier to think through when entering the template. The sad story is there will be many suppliers in late October that say, hey, we've got some holidays coming up. We should probably figure out what we're going to do. And the window is closed. So that's the importance of staying on top of the quarterly supplier closing template. Other quarters have fewer holidays, and many of those holidays are things that suppliers can typically work around, 4th of July or Labor Day or something like that. But there's a lot going on in the fourth quarter, and it can cause a lot of disruptions. And if you don't tell Walmart how to make these changes or adjustments, Walmart is going to assume you're open for business as normal.
All right, great information. Terry, thank you again for your time today. And as always, if you're a Walmart supplier and you'd like a free 15-minute consultation with one of our advisors, I've got a link in our podcast description where you can get in touch with us, or simply go to 8thandwalton.com. We look forward to talking with you soon.